Alex Eala and Venus Williams just did the unthinkable. Imagine standing on the grass courts of Bad Homburg, looking across the net, and knowing that the entire tennis world is watching, waiting to see if a legendary icon and a rising teenage superstar can actually click as a team. The pressure was immense, the doubts were loud, but what happened on that court was pure magic. If you thought this was just another standard first-round doubles match, you are completely wrong. This was history in the making, a passing of the torch, and a masterclass in resilience that left the crowd absolutely stunned. Stay right here, because we are breaking down every single dramatic turn, every impossible shot, and the exact moment this match turned from a chaotic struggle into an unforgettable victory. When the draw first came out, everyone was asking the exact same question. How would a 21-time Grand Slam champion across singles and doubles like Venus Williams pair up with a rising phenom from the Philippines, Alex Eala? On paper, it sounds like a dream lineup, a perfect mix of veteran wisdom and youthful energy. But as any tennis fan knows, doubles is not just about raw talent. It is about chemistry. It is about knowing exactly where your partner is going to move before they even make a step. It is about communication in the heat of battle. And with virtually zero preparation time together as a duo, critics wondered if they would be exposed by a more synchronized opposition. The atmosphere in Bad Homburg was electric, thick with anticipation, as fans packed the stands just to catch a glimpse of this unique partnership. You could feel the tension in the air as both players walked onto the pristine green grass. The match started with a blistering pace that caught everyone off guard. Right from the opening serves, it was clear that the opponents were not there to just be a footnote in a Venus Williams story. They came out aggressive, targeting the spaces between Eala and Williams, trying to test their communication early on. There were moments in those first few games where you could see the adjustments happening in real time. A missed cue here, a slight hesitation there, and suddenly, the duo found themselves in a tight corner. The crowd held its breath. You could see the intensity in Venus's eyes, that classic champion stare that has intimidated opponents for decades. And right beside her, Alex Eala was showing why she belongs on the big stage. Instead of being overwhelmed by the pressure of playing alongside a living legend, the young Filipina star stood tall, bouncing on her toes, ready to fight for every single point. The true turning point of the match came during a grueling, multi-deuce game that felt like it lasted an eternity. This was the moment where the match could have easily slipped away. The opponents were firing rockets from the baseline and crowding the net, putting immense pressure on Eala's serve. But this is exactly where the champion mentality kicked in. Venus walked over to Eala, whispered a few words of strategy, slapped her racket, and the energy completely shifted. What followed was a defensive masterclass. Eala hit a stunning, dipping cross-court forehand that forced a weak volley, and Venus was right there at the net to smash it down with authority. The crowd erupted. That single point ignited a fire that the opposition simply could not extinguish. From that moment on, the synergy between Eala and Williams looked like they had been playing together for years instead of hours. The confidence was flowing. Eala's baseline game became absolutely rock solid, pinning the opponent's back with deep, heavy ground strokes, while Venus controlled the net like an absolute general. It was beautiful to watch. The tactical shift was clear as they began to communicate flawlessly, shifting across the court in perfect harmony. Every time the opponents tried to mount a comeback, Eala would pull off a miraculous passing shot, or Venus would hit an unreturnable serve that shut down the momentum. The belief in their eyes was undeniable, and you could see the frustration building on the other side of the net. As the match neared its dramatic conclusion, the intensity reached a fever pitch. Every single point felt like a battle of wills. The opponents pushed hard, trying to break back and force a decider, throwing everything they had at the superstar duo. But Alex Eala showed ice in her veins. Serving under immense pressure to close things out, she didn't flinch. She hit her spots perfectly, setting up Venus for easy putaways at the net. When the final match point was secured, a massive roar echoed through the stadium. Eala and Williams shared a huge embrace at the net, both wearing massive smiles that said it all. they didn't just win a match, they proved that when greatness meets relentless hunger, anything is possible. This victory at the Bad Homburg Open sends a massive statement to the rest of the locker room. Alex Eala is proving day in and day out that she can compete, survive, and conquer at the absolute highest level of professional tennis. And doing it alongside an icon like Venus Williams only cements her status as a force to be reckoned with. For the fans watching across the world, especially the passionate supporters in the Philippines who have tracked her journey from the juniors to the pro circuit, this is a monumental day. The tournament is far from over, and if this opening performance is any indication of what this duo can achieve, the rest of the field should be very, very worried. To break down the statistics, their first serve percentage dramatically improved as the match went on, which allowed them to dictate the pace of the rallies. In the first set, they struggled slightly with unforced errors as they figured out each other's spacing, but by the second set, their unforced error count dropped significantly. On the other hand, their breakpoint conversion rate was incredibly efficient, capitalizing on almost every opportunity the opposition handed them. This kind of clinical precision is what separates good pairings from dangerous ones. The tactical adjustments made by Venus at the net forced the opponents into making riskier shots, leading to a high number of forced errors on their side. Beyond the court tactics, the psychological aspect of this match cannot be overstated. Playing with a legend like Venus Williams can easily make a young player freeze or overthink their shots. However, Eala displayed a level of maturity that caught the commentators completely by surprise. Instead of playing safe, she took big swings when it mattered most, showing that she trusted her training and her instincts. Venus, conversely, looked re-energized by Eala's youthful speed and enthusiasm, creating a perfect feedback loop of positive energy that sustained them through the toughest games of the evening. Looking ahead, this win gives them massive momentum as they advance further into the draw. The chemistry they built today will only get stronger with more time on court, making them a highly unpredictable and dangerous floater in this tournament. Fans and analysts alike are already buzzing about their potential to make a deep run, and the media attention surrounding this cross-generational duo is absolutely skyrocketing. It is the kind of sports story that transcends tennis, capturing the imagination of casual viewers and hardcore fans alike. Every single rally in that final set was a testament to their grit. At one point, after a grueling 20-stroke rally that left everyone in the stadium gasping for air, Eala managed to scramble along the baseline, keeping the ball alive until Williams could close the door with a brutal overhead smash. The sheer volume of the applause after that point proved that the crowd was completely won over by their effort. It wasn't just about winning points. It was about the entertaining, high-octane style of tennis they brought to the grass court today. As we look forward to the next round, the challenges will undoubtedly get tougher. They will face opponents who have had much more time to study their tape and analyze their movement patterns. However, the element of surprise and the sheer firepower that Eala and Williams possess might just be enough to carry them through any tactical trap their next rivals try to set. The tennis world will be watching closely to see if they can replicate this magic or if today was just a beautiful, fleeting moment. For Alex Eala, this is another massive stepping stone in a career that is already full of historic milestones for Philippine tennis. Every time she steps onto a stage this large and delivers a performance this composed, she inspires an entire generation of athletes back home who dream of making it to the Grand Slam stages. Sharing the court, winning, and dominating with an absolute titan of the sport, like Venus Williams, is a memory and a statement that will define this chapter of her journey. Make sure you don't miss a single update of this incredible journey. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and leave a comment below sharing your favorite moment from this historic match. Stay tuned to Tennis Pulse, and we will see you in the next video as we continue to follow every single heartbeat, every dramatic triumph, and every major breakthrough in the exciting world of professional tennis. But this epic win is about so much more than just moving into the second round. It is a defining moment that bridges two completely different eras of tennis history. Think about it. You have Venus Williams, a woman who has literally shaped the modern game of women's tennis, standing side by side with Alex Eala, a young star who represents the absolute future of the sport. The sheer respect and camaraderie they showed on the court today proves that sportsmanship transcends generations. Every time Venus clapped for Eala's brilliant baseline winners, and every time Eala smiled after a classic Williams net put away, it sent chills down the spines of tennis fans worldwide. This match has officially set the Bad Homburg Open on fire, and the entire tennis community is now buzzing with excitement. Will this legendary duo continue their unstoppable momentum and go all the way to the finals? Or will the specialized doubles teams find a way to crack their rhythm? One thing is for absolute certain, nobody will want to miss their next match. The energy, the drama, and the pure star power are just too good to look away. We are going to track every single point, every strategic shift, and every post-match reaction right here on the channel. So, what did you think of Alex Eala's incredible performance today? Do you think this partnership with Venus Williams can win the entire tournament? Drop your predictions and thoughts in the comments section below. We want to read what you think. Don't forget to slam that like button, smash subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single historic update. Thank you for watching Tennis Pulse, your ultimate home for the game, and we will see you in the very next video.